Hey everyone, welcome to Screen Time Chronicles Podcast, your go-to source for the latest in world events, relationships, health, and celebrity news. I'm your host, Screen Time Oman, and each week we'll bring you the stories that matter the most, diving into everything from global headlines to the latest trends shaping our lives. So whether you're tuning in for the drama, the facts, or the laughs, we got you covered. Let's get started, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started. We're here today. Good evening, good afternoon, wherever you're at worldwide, from the East Coast to the Midwest to the West Coast. Welcome to Screen Time Chronicles. I'm your host, Screen Time Oman. Hey, I got a lot that I want to talk about today. Well, there's one particular subject I want to talk about. And I'm really not happy. So I'm going to try to get a couple of people to tune in right now before I get deep into the conversation. I hope you guys can tune in tonight. This is a very touchy subject to me, and I'm quite sure to many others, because if you had a child, a loved one, a brother, sister, a aunt, a grandmother, whoever in your family, if you had to go through this is such a tragedy. Now, the day has went by great. It was wonderful. The day was wonderful. But what happened today, once again, we have to deal with this foolishness. And it's sad. We have to deal with this foolishness of the justice system once again. Now, I'm talking about this Tyre Nicoles. His death. I want to try to get some people to tune in before I really get deep. I send out invites. I hope people tune in. This is a very serious subject. Once again, we got to go through this crap. Once again, we going through this. I'm tired of it. I dislike it. There's nothing I can do about it, but we keep going through this. And it's going over and over and over again. It is sad. People, man, I don't know what the justice system. It never works for a lot of us anyway. It never works, and I'm not going to say just black, and I'm not just going to say it doesn't work for a lot of us. But today, I'm talking about the Tyre Nicoles case. This young gentleman is not here anymore. This young gentleman, let me show you who I'm speaking about. Tyre Nicoles. This is sad. This young gentleman should still be here. I'm not God. But for him to be taken away from this world, from his family, from his loved ones, from his friends, his co-workers, this is sad. Once again, the justice system has let us down. I am very disappointed. I mean, I wish it was something I could do, but there's nothing I could do, but I could speak on it. That's my power. I have the freedom of speech to really speak how I feel. No one can take that from me. But I am so tired of going through this, and we'll see it again. We'll see something else happen. It's going over and over again. This young man should not be dead. If it's up to me, this young man should not be dead. This young man should be still being held by his mom, sharing dinner with her, like he was on his way to going home so he can eat dinner with her, with his loved ones. But here we go. Once again, we get this foolishness. And I'm gonna wait for some more people to try to get in. Hopefully this subject right here, a lot of people are tuning. I'm hoping that tonight will be another great episode, because we need to speak on this. I know a lot of people have seen this Tyre Nicoles case. I don't know if you followed it like I have. I've been following a lot of cases lately. I'm tired of seeing this. This young gentleman, look how happy he was in this picture. It doesn't make sense, ladies and gentlemen. We have to really pay attention. I mean, because the more we do, it seems like the more issues we have. And like I said, I'm gonna say this once again. I don't dislike all police officers. I just dislike the ones that aren't real men or women doing their job to protect the community. When you go out here, you're hurting people for no reason because you don't have nothing else to do. But you get a kick out of it. You're patting each other on the shoulder. So this young man don't get to go home anymore. He don't get to get on the phone and talk to his loved ones anymore. He don't get to have that Sunday night dinner with his loved ones or during the holidays. This ain't the only one. We see this over and over again. We see this over and over again. I want y'all to look at it. That's why I'm keeping his face up here. Look how happy this young man was. In this picture, look how happy Tyre Nicoles was in this picture. Because I got some other things I want to show you, but right now I want you guys to see how happy this young man was. He wasn't a criminal. He wasn't out there causing ruckus with the police. But it's sad. This young gentleman is not here anymore because of police brutality. I don't care what the jury said. I don't see how. I mean, they must have had a whole jury of blind people, because I don't see what you see on that video that didn't say this young man was brutally beaten. I don't see it. What do you see? Please tell me. You don't see this young gentleman getting kicked, pepper sprayed. He had his hands down. What more? And they always screaming, "Give me your hands, give me your hands, give me your hands." I don't know how many times a person is going to sit there and allow somebody to, when they're kicking you and hitting you, you're going to protect yourself. So all that, they need to retrain the police department. They really need to do something better, because what they doing ain't working. So you tell me this young man deserve to be beat the way he was beaten? And there's no punishment behind this? Please tell me. You guys, we're going to have a discussion on this in a few minutes. But I really want to know. You mean to tell me that there is no justice for this? I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. I hate it with a passion. I dislike this so much, man. It's like I said, I've been through this once before, and it never gets old for me. And that's why I speak on it so much, because I had to live through this. Not that I was beaten, I lost a cousin. For those that don't know, I'll repeat the story over and over again, because my cousin deserved to be here too. Now, my cousin Taurus Lorenzo Jackson Jr. was killed by 3 police officers that were on their job doing the wrong thing. Even though my aunt won a lawsuit against the DC, Washington DC Police Department, it still ain't enough. May my aunt's soul rest in peace too, because she's gone now. But I dislike this police brutality. We all dislike it. And if you're scared to say something, then you just as a coward as the people that put their hands on this young man. Speak your mind. You have the right to speak and say what you want to say. But I'm tired of it. This young man should be here. Why isn't he with his loved ones? That they had to beat this young man this bad? I don't get it. I don't get it. You look at, you can see clear as day on the video. If you go look the video, I'm not gonna play the video because his parents done already went through enough. I'm not gonna play, and I really don't want to show this picture, but I want the public to see the difference. You know, and I hate, so these are the three cowards, and that's what I call them. They cowards. They not men. They got to walk away free, scot free. All 7 charges was found not guilty. But to me, you are 3 cowards. And the other 2 is 5 of them. But these 3 right now today, you're cowards. You're not no police officers. You don't stand up. That badge, y'all shouldn't even be able to wear the badge anymore. Y'all shouldn't even be able to say that y'all are police officers. All 3 of y'all, look at y'all. Y'all look like some clowns. That's how I feel. Y'all look like clowns. Y'all are 3 cowards right now. You gone home. Y'all probably patting each other and laughing. Y'all at each other's house because y'all ain't going to get on the phone because it's probably recorded. But y'all some cowards. I don't have no respect for y'all 3. And I will push it and keep saying it. People need, man, I hope down Memphis, I hope they out there protesting just to, don't do nothing violent now. I don't want you to do nothing violent. But I hope that they do not let these gentlemen back on the force. These are 3 cowards, because I'm quite sure they done it to somebody else. This was just the first time. Or maybe if it was another death, we don't know about it because they didn't get caught. And you know that they cover up so much now. We don't know how many people was injured behind these cowards. I hope that division that they had, that they put their little hunter squad on, that's what I call them, they're a bunch of hunters. I hope they dismantle that. I hope they don't let them, that scorpion crap, I hope they don't let them bring, I wish the scorpion could sting all of them. They shouldn't allow them to come back. And you don't see not one scratch on any of these fools. Not one. These are cowards. I don't like them. I despise them. These are cowards. Whoever's on that drill, man, you shouldn't be sitting down talking about looking at no cases. Because I don't know what the hell y'all seen. I don't know what you was looking at. What did y'all see? So if it was your child, I bet y'all would have seen it different. So now you gotta have Tyre mother and Tyre Nicoles family go home asking, and I'm gonna say this: the lawyers that his family had, man, they worked that system. They gave up the right evidence. It wasn't their fault. They did all they could do. I applaud them lawyers that his family had. But these cowards right here, I'm not applauding. That clap ain't for them. That clap is for, that applaud is for the lawyers that took that case. And they thought they had it won. They really did. They thought they had this case won. But these cowards right here, that's what they are. They cowards. Everybody should be spreading this article now. Everybody should be talking about it. I know y'all probably numb to it, but everybody should be talking about it because that young man could have been your brother, could have been your uncle, could have been your little brother or your grandfather. He could have been somebody in your family. So everybody need to speak on it. Even if you're a police officer, a lot of police officers say they wrong, but even if you're a police officer, let it be known. Let it be known how wrong they was, because if you think that justice was right, then you just a coward like them. Anybody who think this was justified for this young man to be gone like that, man, your life is miserable. Because this young man shouldn't have died like that. Look at this face again, man. Look at this young man. Do you feel that this young man should be gone. Look how happy he was. That chase or whatever they did to pull him over, do you think that was justified for them to do him the way they did him? Do you think this is justified? Look at him. This is what his mama had to come to the hospital and see. This is the last vision she got to see of him before they buried him. Do you think this young man deserved that? From going from this? Do you agree with him deserving that? I don't think so. I'm not feeling it. I dislike it so much. I dislike it. I'm not down with it. I think people, these guys right here, you see what I said? They cowards. I wouldn't have a problem telling them to their face. They are cowards. They're no good. They don't stand for being a man because they not men, they punks. It's 5 of y'all against this one dude. All y'all weigh way more than that young man. And you can look at the video once again. Like I said, I'm not going to show the video because that's even worse. I hate to show this, but I need the public to see this right here. I don't even really want to show this, but I need the public to see how bad he was beaten. This is uncalled for. This should not have happened. This man did not deserve what he got done to him. He did not deserve it. You're a bunch of cowards. All 3 of y'all and the other 2, y'all cowards. Your own partner is testifying against y'all now. He took a plea, and now what they gonna do? They let y'all go, but y'all gotta go to the feds. Cause it ain't over. Hopefully the feds do what's right. Y'all gotta see the feds. And his family, Nicoles' family, is suing for 500 something million. I would bankrupt that police department if I could. Because if they see that this right for this young man, this is an angel right here. Y'all don't think this young man don't deserve to be beaten like this? I want the public to see this. If you ain't seen this, look at this man. Look how he went from here to his last days. Who deserves that? Not nobody I know. They don't deserve that. But these 3 cowards, you know where they at? They at home eating their dinner, smiling and laughing and he. I bet you their heart dropped because they ain't know what was going to happen to them today. I don't respect none of them. I hope the feds tear their butts up because they deserve the answer for this, man. Y'all see this? They need the answer for this. They need the answer for this. This young man don't deserve this. These 3 cowards right here don't deserve to go home. Don't deserve to go home. Now, I'm going to take some calls real quick. I don't want y'all to be long, but I'm going to take some calls. I want to talk about this. I don't want to take up too much time. I don't, but you could call in. You can definitely call in. Man, this is crazy. You can call in at 202-573-8632. Let's have a discussion. 202-573-8632. Let's have a discussion about this. We need to talk about this. I want to hear some of y'all opinions. We can't talk. Don't talk long, but come on in here and let's have a discussion. Because Tyre Nicoles should be here. He should not be gone. And this the picture I'm going to keep up. I'm not even going to show the other picture no more. If y'all want to see it, y'all go to Screen Time Chronicles Podcast. Like, subscribe, hit the notary bell on YouTube. and y'all can see the rest of the interview that you missed. I mean, this video that you missed. But please, if you want to call in 202-573-8632. Let's talk about it. How do you feel about this? Because I'm not happy. I'm definitely not happy. This is a sad day, another sad day. We can't get it back because this young gentleman is no longer here. He's already buried. So his mom and dad and everybody had to sit here and wait and go through this, and this is what the outcome is. Not guilty on 7 charges. Not guilty. This is ridiculous. I'm not even right now. I'm so heated right now. What if it was your brother? What if it was your aunt, your mom, your dad, your uncle, your grandmother, your grandfather? What if it was your child? You would not want this to happen. So if you want to call in 202-573-8632. Let me
To send a voicemail, press 2.
Hello, yes, caller.
Hey, I've been following this. Thank you for taking my call. I'll start there.
You're welcome.
I've been following this case off and on for a while, and this is really disturbing. I definitely understand where you're coming from, and I pulled up some information that was also released about the other 2 officers. 2 officers, Desmond Mills Jr. and Emmett Martin III, pled guilty and are awaiting sentencing. So the other 2 did plead guilty, so hopefully there's some justice there. But this whole situation goes back to what we were talking about the other night about the justice system. And once the police get you, they can do anything they want to you, whether that's charging you with a crime that you didn't commit, taking your life. You know, they just have the ultimate control, and justice is blind, and they're on the hunt for Black people. And I'm just going to say it like that. I'm just going to be straight with it. Ever since we got to these shores, we have been gone through the ringer with some of these people. And I'm trying to keep it clean. I don't want to cuss and get you in trouble or anything. But we have got to protect ourselves. We got to keep our head on the swivel. We got to continue to fight. And I know a lot of Black people are saying because Trump is in the office, we're going to sit back and mind our Black business. But when we have situations like this, our voices need to be heard, because it's this woman's son in 2023. I think this is when it occurred. It was that baby last week that got shot in the back by the police. Mm-hmm. This has been going on for hundreds of years since we've got here. Black lives do not have the same value in society overall as white lives, because if they did, they wouldn't be killing us like this.
That's true.
And everybody, if you've got young men, young Black men, young brown men in your family, please teach them how to deal with the police. The side of the road, the streets are not the places to fight with the police. If they can take you to jail, then let the families fight to get you out. And I'm not saying that Tyre did anything wrong, because this baby did nothing wrong but exist. The officers that killed him, the 3 that you shown, were African American. And it just goes to show that whether you're black, white, whatever, if you're a cop and you think you're behind that blue wall, they will stand up for each other. The blue means more than the black.
I agree. No.
And it just breaks my heart. It really does. There's a lot more I could say, but police brutality is on the rise. We've got a president in office that says that even if you're defending yourself against a police officer and you take his life, that could be the death penalty.
Yes.
For you.
That is true. I appreciate your calls. Everything you have been saying is on point. I can't even comment because what you're saying is you hit it right on the nail.
Yeah, it's just like just people, the rest of you out there, I just pray for everybody. Y'all just be safe and hold your family members close because it's a lot. It's a lot going on out here in the streets.
Yes, it is.
And I just we'll continue to pray for the families of the fallen, whether we go back to Trayvon Martin or Philando Castile or Sandra Bland or the name of that baby, that young lady who got shot in her own apartment. She was in bed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, it's like, come on.
Yes,
but then if you're white, they take you to Burger King, or if you're like that guy that went into the grocery store and shot and killed all those people, or if you go into a church down there in Atlanta and kill folks, or you can even be driven into a neighborhood by your mom while you have an assault rifle and you're shooting and killing black people, the police will walk right past you.
That is so true. I like I said, once again, I can't say too much because you have been hitting the nail on the coffin, and I appreciate you calling in. Let's see if somebody else got more opinions as well. You have been I can't say anything else about that. You hit it on once again, you hit the nail on the coffin. You really did. And I appreciate you for calling in. Thank you very much.
Okay. Good night. Take care, bro. Peace.
You have a good one. Well, you just heard it from a caller. You see what she said. Everything she said was on point. You know, now let's take it here. And once again, I'm not racist. But what if they had did this to a young white gentleman? How you think that would have played out? I don't know. I mean, I'm tired of saying it. And it's crazy. Once again, if anybody else want to call in, it's 202-573-8632. You can call in. The lines are open. Please call in, give me your views and your opinions on this. I would love to hear from you. This is once again, we're talking about the Tyre Nicoles murder trial. It just came to an end today. All three officers was found not guilty. There's two more that's left that have to go through the trial. And the three officers that was found not guilty today off of the 7 counts. They still got to go to the feds and deal with them. I'm not sure what's going to happen because of this turnout today, but it shouldn't have went this way. I don't care. There's a lot of us feel this way. Speak up. Please speak up. If you feel that this is wrong, or even if you feel it's right, you can still call in. Give me your opinion. Tell me why you feel if it's right or wrong. Call in 202-573-8632. I would love to hear your opinion because this has got to stop. This really has to stop. I'm not in agreement with this. I never will be. I just can't. I can't see it. You know, it's another sad day for Tyre Nicoles and his family. We all feel the pressure when it comes to this. Because like I said, it could be me. I could go outside, praise God, I'm gonna knock on wood that this never happens to me, but it could be me, it could be anybody. And like the caller said, it's a lot of females that's going through this. We've seen this over and over again. But when does it stop? You mean to tell me the police, the force, they don't see that it needs to be a change in how they handle things? Until I guess let a police chief family member, I pray this don't happen. But what if their family members end up like that? Then how would they react? It's a sad thing, man. They got to do better. I'm not going to show the other picture anymore. I showed it enough. I want everybody to see this face. I want everybody to see how happy this young gentleman was before this incident. And I don't know if he had any other things going on that wasn't right, but from what I heard, from what his mom said and his other people that knows him, he wasn't a bad person. And sometimes you get the bad apples, but they couldn't say nothing bad about him outside of they was chasing him. Now they're trying to say, and I'm not even gonna repeat that what they're saying on there because that's their stuff. But I'm here to talk about this young gentleman who lost his life, who I feel should be here still. We got to do better. It has to be something done. It has to be some type of correction. Because if you let these cowards walk out here all the time, it'll never be peaceful. It'll never be peaceful. I feel so sorry, and I wish I could be there and tell his family and say a prayer with his family right now. Because we all need that. We all need to pray. We all need to talk about it. But when does it stop? Tyre Nicoles should still be here. Man, listening to his mom when she was giving her testimony at the trial, that hurt me so bad. Because that was a loving mom. That was her baby. She had to tell her other kids, this is the baby, this is her baby. She had to call and tell her other kids what was going on. She had to go and see her baby like that. Like I said, I'm not going to post that picture anymore. If you didn't catch the first couple of minutes of this segment, then you can go back and catch the pre-recording on YouTube and go to Screen Time Chronicles Podcast on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe, and we can talk about it. If you want to call in 202-573-8632. I would love to hear your opinion. Don't be scared to call in, speak your voice, speak your mind, speak your opinion, because it needs to be said. This is terrible. I'm not feeling it. I'm really not feeling it, man. That video showed a lot. There's no way you could tell me that young man deserved to be beat like that. That young man deserved to be beat like that. Y'all tell me, because I don't get it. When are people going to change? When are people going to work on this and get it better? Because it shouldn't have happened. It really shouldn't. That should not have happened. I don't know what they doing, what they thinking, or who allowed this jury to get up there and not one person felt that it was wrong. That's because there wasn't nobody in their family that was up there. That's what that is. I guarantee. I can guarantee that if it was that one of their family members, I bet you they'd have seen everything wrong. This young gentleman was brutally beaten. And it's all on camera. So I ain't got to say allegedly nothing. You put the knots on that man's face, so that's a beating. That ain't just no, let me punch you or let me kick you in the stomach. The outcome of that swelling and all that was a beating. So it ain't no, I don't have to say allegedly because he was beaten. If you punch somebody and you kick somebody and you keep stomping them and doing whatever you're doing, that's a beating. So I don't have to say allegedly on this. But I still say they're 3 cowards, and the other two that it's total of 5 from what I understand. But they all cowards. I'm not happy about it. So please call in 202-573-8632. I would love to hear your opinion. Go to Screen Time Chronicles Podcast on YouTube. Subscribe, like, hit the notary bell so when I come on, you'll get a notification. Please do that for me. I truly appreciate it. What else do we have to do? Please tell me. How can it be fixed? Because we are tired of this. We've been tired. I mean, this has been going on before I even started. And I remember back then when they did Rodney King like this. Rodney King was fortunate to survive because that man took a hell of a beating too. Rodney King was very fortunate to be alive. And rest in peace to his soul because he's passed now. But he that was another live on camera. That was really, I think, one of the first ones that they showed. No, that wasn't. I don't think they had body cam at that time. That was the video. Somebody recorded it, and the police didn't know it. They beat Rodney King so bad. But this right here, man, y'all pray for this man's family. Y'all pray for his family, please. Before you go to bed tonight, pray for his family. Send a prayer out to his family, because this is ridiculous. I don't know, and I'm going to get off of here. I'm not even going to play the theme song. I want to say thank you for whoever tuned in tonight. I appreciate you guys and ladies. Thank you, caller, for calling in. I was hoping there'd be more people on here tonight because this is a very tough subject. But I appreciate everyone that tuned in. I'm going to get off of here. I'm not really happy about this, but thank you for tuning in to Screen Time Chronicles Podcast. Good night, everybody. And I hope you say a prayer.